what's going on. And speak of the devil, here he is. For drones.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great. How was your day, Dre?
Uh, I was just talking about flying out in the heat, partner. So just giving folks that if you're going to get out there at sunrise. Get out of the bed, get out there, get to working because once you start getting above 80 degrees, and like I said, you're in a high humidity area, uh, that is not good for your drones and stuff. You start getting battery swelling issues. You start just having other malfunctions, and that's just including your display device. If you're using a
Correct.
smart controller, or especially if you're using a tablet or a phone, if you have a tablet or a phone, you're liable to get blackouts. They'll start misbehaving, so forth. Smart controllers vary the where they start having display disruptions for the most part when they get too hot. So you always got to remember what time of day you're out there. And this is time of year it's even rough trying to get sunset shots because it's still so hot in the evening time. So sometimes you got to wonder what's best for you to get out in the morning or wait until the weather changes. So it's
Correct. Now
very
we do
tricky being out there.
correct. Now we do have quite a few crowd here in the chat already. I do want to go ahead and mention. I'm gonna do that right now. I did want to hit and put the link in the chat if anybody wants to jump in the panel. I'll leave it open for anybody else. Let me just say hi to brother Bob Casey. Thank you for popping in. Stephen Drones, Meu Drone 4K. Thank you. Lambo Drive Zambo. Thank you for popping in. We got Jedius Flying Canic. We got Matty Drone World. How you doing, brother Matt? Thank you for popping in. We got Dynasty Drones. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? Yellow Rose Drones. How you doing, Lee? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate it. Here in Florida, the sun just get what's going on in USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America. The thing about here, Dre, I don't know how the weather is in California over there, but here it gets really freaking muggy. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Right.
And I think that's what makes us over here just miserable. I know it's hot, but the humidity and the mugging just make you sweat just anywhere you go.
Right. And that's why I was saying that, if you get out and do the sunrise flights or around that time to get your flights in, that is usually the coolest part of the day because even try to get a sunset flight, the ambient air temperature is still quite high.
Correct.
The sun's going down, but the ambient air temperature is still quite high, which means the drone is not able to cool off sufficiently. So, like I said, you can have issues as far as overheating the batteries and other issues as far as your display device and things of that nature.
Correct. What's going on? Thomas Baker, aka TEB Drone Flyer. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate that. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody else. Yep. So Dre, how was that M30T treating you, man? When's the last time you even took that baby for a little test drive? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, I didn't want to, since the temperature has gone up, I definitely didn't want to fly it out in the heat. Don't want to subject these
Isn't that
batteries.
drone? Isn't that drone built for that? For the heat, rain, cold, snow. That's
Uh,
what I've seen the commercial as far as advertisement from DJI. So I'm assuming that drone will actually take the abuse better than the consumer drone.
yes, it is built to take it better. It has a set of fans on it that blows air over the batteries to dissipate the heat that the batteries have on it. It's supposed to not be able to go over 100 and I think 108 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hmm.
So, like I said, that's a big change. Like I said, I'm out today flying my Phantom, doing my mapping work, and I'm getting warnings in my air data saying that the batteries are hitting critical heat, which
Yeah.
means anytime you go above 145 degrees, that's critical heat for your batteries. So, yeah, the M30T is designed to cool the batteries It has a IPS rating. I think it's 65 for both the drone and the controller. So, like I said, it can handle some light rain. I wouldn't take it out in no hurricane storms, anything like that,
Correct.
but it can handle some light rain, no problem, and go from there. But like I say, for me, like I tell anybody else, when you're doing things for business, you don't want to take unnecessary risk.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's nice to
Hey,
want to go
brother
out and
Tim
fly.
Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, man. How you doing, brother Tim Jackson? Hey, man. Long time no see. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate that. Hey, Tim Jackson, if you're not doing anything, hop in on the stream if you want to, man.
Yeah, as I was saying that when you're out there, the worst feeling in the world is you're out there just having a little fun or whatever, and you have a uh-oh moment, and now you damage something that is supposed to be earning you money,
Yeah.
and that's the worst fear you can have. I don't care what you do in life. I mean, flying drones or anything else. It's just the fact that now only person you can get mad at yourself, and you want to kick yourself in the tail because you knew that, okay, if I wouldn't have been out here goofing around, I wouldn't be dealing with this issue. So, like I said, unless you have several drones, backup drones, stuff like that. That's why I say when I go out and fly for fun, I take a backup drone out. I guess I have several Phantoms. Uh, Go out. I still got my old Spark. I have a Phantom 3 Pro. I take those drones out and fly them around. I won't take my frontline drones out just to
Yeah.
fly around for fun. You know, and like I say, for me, it's always about even when I fly for fun, it's like practice. I'm training. I'm trying different maneuvers, trying to work the sticks a certain way to perfect what I do. So when I go in and do shots and everything else, I feel more comfortable. I'm flying a lot smoother because I'm practicing these things every time I go out and fly. No matter if I do it for pay or for I never say fun because like I said, I'm out there training myself, training my hands to do these maneuvers with the drone.
Yeah. How you doing, brother Johnny Drum Flyer? Thank you for popping in, buddy. Really
Hey
appreciate that.
Johnny, yeah,
Hey, Johnny, if you're not busy, sir, the link is in the chat if you want to pop on in. Hey, brother Bob, link is in the chat, so I went ahead and pinned the link if you want to pop on in.
yeah, Bob. I can say I try to get out, and what I usually do is you know certain projects I do don't always mean I'm doing something specifically for an actual drone thing itself. I might just be flying to get some B-roll that I get with the drone, and that's where I do a lot of practice maneuvers and everything else. That the footage from the drone, just something I add into something else that I'm doing. Like I did a project over about a month or two ago for our public works department. It was a public work appreciation week in the month of I want to say March, April. I want to say April. This Public Works Appreciation Week is in the month of April. So I was given a task to do something for the custodial staff, what they fall under public works in our city. So I put together a nice little video of a mixture of still camera shots from other events, seeing the custodial staff at their assigned tasks at the various facilities in the city. And I took some drone footage of different areas of some of the buildings they work in and mixed it all together. So, like I said, a lot of times when I do things, it's not just for the drone itself. It may be that where drone is enhancing something else that I'm doing. So those are the times I actually get to fly for fun when I'm doing a project like that.
Now, you did went ahead and give us the sad news that you had a rest in peace moment for your black B4P that flew away from you.
Yeah,
Now,
and that's just the whole point. Like I tell folks, that drone has been with me since I pretty much started my business.
yeah,
It has been my workhorse. That drone has probably more miles on it than any other drone I own, and I felt very comfortable with it. So that's why. But in the same sentence, I would say I was more upset about losing the data than I was the drone because I mean that's part of the business. We fly these drones. We know it could be any scenario of interference from Wi-Fi signals to anything else that can disrupt the thing. Because like I say, It could got overheated. That day I was flying it when it flew away.
Yeah.
I was 8 batteries deep into a flying mission. So like I said, without being able to retrieve the data, and, and like I said, I was flying another third party software that doesn't store the data. My That's why I have my air data account. The air data account didn't even register the flight, which is really really odd. So that tells me that when I put that battery in there was already something going on already because the flight never even registered when I powered it up. And like I said, never registered the air data.
Now the question to you is, when you pop that battery in,
Mm-hmm.
and you said it never registered anything, did you get any kind of warning or anything that would kind of give you a little hint that something was wrong?
No, no. I said that the software I use was Drone Deploy, and when you turn on the Drone Deploy, and it goes to its own self internal checklist, and it will not even let that drone take off unless you have proper GPS signals, satellites, which means you got to have at least 10 or more. At the time that thing took off, it had 16 satellites.
Yeah.
I had full 4 5 bars of RC connection, 5 bars of display connection. And like I said, this happened right at the takeoff. It wasn't like it was downrange somewhere, 3,000, 4,000 feet away. This was right at takeoff. And
So another question, like another question. So
Mhm.
if it happened when it took off,
Yeah.
which direction did it go? Left, right, or just went forward and just kept going?
Normally, like I said, the parameters of the flight was the drone needed to go up to 400 feet, and then
Yeah.
it was going to go off. I initiate the takeoff sequence of the drone. I set the controller down for a second to do something else right away and turn right back around. I can hear the drone ascending up. So
Uh-huh.
I'm using my ears to kind of like track the drone. I can hear it going up, 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 and up. And then I hear the transition of it rising up and going into a direction.
Yeah.
That's when I grab the controller to make sure, okay, it's about to go to the last point it was at on the last battery and return to that and
So,
continue the mission.
so does that mean that you actually, with drone deploy, you went ahead and set your what is the right word I'm looking for? You already set your mission
Yeah,
on
the mission, the
everything.
mission,
So you just
everything's
swapped the
set.
battery and it was ready to go.
Yep, pretty much. It goes to his own checklist, everything checked out, hit it to start up, fire it up, and I'm here and I set the controller down and I did something else. And then when I can hear it get to almost a peak where it's at and it starts, you can hear the difference in the motors change. And I grab the controller and I look at it, and all I can see is it says disconnected across the top in red, no GPS satellites at all, no bars for the connection to the RC, no bars for the heads up display. And I'm like, what is going on here? And like I said, didn't panic. And I'm thinking sometimes you will get a disruption of signal like that.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
moving the controller around, doing all the little dancing in a circle stuff to see if it retains signal. But then the second thing I noticed, I don't hear the drone anymore.
Correct.
So I'm like, that's why I tell folks that, when you are out somewhere, using all of your senses come into play a lot of times. And like I say, I'm using my ears to hear the drone. And if you know your drone, you know the difference when that drone's flying forward, backwards, up, down, whatever.
Correct.
They have a certain pitch they give. So like I said, I'm into, uh, that I'm listening for these things, so I wasn't in panic mode. So I'm anticipating this drone's there. So first thing I did was shut everything off where I'm at to say, okay, let me force a return to home. Because usually you turn the RC off, it's supposed to make the drone go and return to home. I
Yeah.
even shut the my tablet off, everything else to make it reboot everything back up. Nothing at all. Because like I say, most times when your drone gets disconnected, it will
Yeah.
just
Or
hover.
return back.
It'll come back, or at least it will hover if it doesn't
Correct.
go back. So I'm thinking now, okay, go from there. So that's what I'm saying. That I did all my emergency procedures, so I wasn't in that. Stephen Drones, I hit the return to home thing, and it doesn't activate unless you have a connection. You can hit return to home all you want, but it's not going to activate unless you have a connection somehow.
Correct.
And like I say, so I did all these different emergency steps. So it wasn't like I was in panic mode and everything else. And like I said, the last thing I thought about, I said, okay, these things have a smart battery in them. So the battery itself, the drone should return when the battery hits a certain percentage, usually about, you know, I would say 20%. Because I have my low battery warning at 30%, critical set at 15. But if a drone flies a certain distance, the smart battery would tell the drone to come back home before it gets to critical level, so it has enough power to get back home.
Correct.
So that's the third step that I'm dependent upon to kick in. None of these things happened. So I waited for about a half an hour before I jumped in my car to even search the surrounding area where I was at to see if the drone did land somewhere. Because if it even would have crashed, I would have heard it crash.
Correct.
I'm in an open area, very very quiet. So if a drone would have came down, I would have heard it crash coming down somewhere. So like I said, I did a little search of the neighborhood that was adjacent to where I was flying. Didn't see the drone anywhere, nothing like that, with no group of people outside, pointing at anything. So I just had to chalk that up as something that flew away, and go from there and stuff. So I can say, like Bob was saying here, this is why I bought additional, used drones or whatever, got them at a good deal as backups. That's the reason. I mean, this is going to happen. You have a
Yeah.
backup plan. And like I said, I had to fly the next day. I had another job I had to do the next day, and I had to go do it last Sunday. And
Correct.
just like today, I had I got two drones I'm using now that were basically my backup, because I always take out two drones with me when I go out and stuff. And
Hey, how you doing, brother Brent Nunley? Thank you for popping in, but I really appreciate that. Now, Stephen Jones, I do agree with you. Hit that good old RTH. However, like Dre said, if you don't have any connection from the RC to the drone, I don't think RTH is going to help you at all. And
now let me qualify that. When you're using drone deploy, if you're not connected, the return to home button won't work. If you're using the go for the DJI uh, software,
uh-huh.
it still may send out a signal.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to what Bob Casey also said, it all
Right.
depends on what you have it set up. You have it set up for return to home or hover. It will all depend on how you have it set up
Right.
in the app as well.
And that goes back to what software you're using.
Now, do you think that drone deploy can be a fault of what happened?
It very well be. Like I said, I can't verify it because I didn't get any backup data.
But it's when you use home deploy, you still get your battery information on that website. What is it called again? The battery thing again?
Oh, air data?
Yeah, you still get your air data information even though you use drone deploy, correct?
Yes, normally I do. That's what I'm saying. I didn't get anything sent to air data at all. Nothing. That's why I thought it was so odd what happened when I was able to look at, go to air data and see what may have happened. Because air data would at least told me the drone was turned on. It would have told me, it elevated to a certain height. And then whenever it disconnected, drone air data would have told me it disconnected at this point. At least when it gave me a reference of direction, it went last. But it never registered with the software. So it's a mystery. And I checked, like I said, I have uploaded the flights from that date several times to see if one may come up. Because like I say, sometimes when you update your flight status, your logs, sometimes it doesn't do them all at the same time. So I've been doing it for a week straight, updating my logs to see if
That's still
nothing at all.
I do have to agree with Bob Casey. I think it was a major malfunction. Something happened.
Yeah, something happened, and like I said, it's just this goes to show you, even though you take all the steps that you can take, and I think I took all the reasonable steps that I'm supposed to take. As far as even having a backup system, as far as information, I say so. My primary system itself, nothing there. The backup system I've set up was supposed to automatically get the information, and nothing showed up there. So, like I said, I have nothing to go to even verify anything.
What's going on, Limited Vertigo? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in. What did he say? One time I turned the power switch off on the controller and the drone just sat there. Then I put the power switch back on and it wasn't okay. What kind of drone is that? Because I'm when it comes to my DJI or even my Alta Evo, if I do turn that remote off, it does come back to me.
Mhm.
It
That
does the
that that
RTH.
is that is the way DJI. I know for them, and I guess also the same. That is pretty much the default uh, scenario. If you turn the RC off, the drone knows that RC's been turned off or lost signal and should go into return to home mode.
Correct. Hey, how you doing, brother Chris Hope? Thank you for popping
Let's
in.
hope.
Really
All right.
appreciate it. Hey, Chris Hope, the link is in the chat. I pinned it if you want to go ahead and pop on the panel, buddy. Um, did you read what Unlimited Vertigo said?
Yeah, like I say, each software has a different mode for it. Like I say, in all the default DJI apps, the Fly app, the old Go 4 app, and the original Go app, they all have return to home as default. You can change it to hover if you want to. I was using Drone Deploy, which does not have any settings like that. So what usually happens is if I lose disconnection on on a mission, most of the time the drone would just hover until it reconnects. And usually, I say, and instantly it stops what it's doing. And usually it takes about, if you get no connection within about I think it's a minute and a half, 90 seconds to maybe 2 minutes, then it will go and return to home mode. And that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, that's what I was waiting for it to do, because that is the default thing for the software, for the drone, and all the things else that are built into the drone that I anticipated to happen never happened. Hey, NB, how you doing? So that was the crutch of the whole thing. But like I say, from a business perspective, these are things you have to plan for, and you got to move on and go from there. And like I said, I had a job to do the next day. I had jobs to do yesterday, I guess today, this morning. So I can't sit there and lucky for me, I did have that mindset to make sure I had backup drones and go from there. And I even learned something this week, because I had bought one of the backup drones I had is a Phantom 4 Advance.
yeah,
And I said the camera on that thing is identical to the Phantom 4 Pro, but I learned something today because I do big sites, 400, 500 acre sites. The Phantom 4 Advance only runs on the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth. It doesn't have the 5 point whatever it is, 8 or whatever it is bandwidth like the Phantom 4 Pro. So I have to be a little more careful distance wise how far I send out a drone with the Phantom 4 Advance. A
yeah,
matter of fact, I had to use uh, another Phantom 4 Pro to finish the mission today, because the Advance kept dropping signal down at the far end of the site. And I said, I'm not going to lose another drone today. And I've flown this site. I guess I've been on this job this morning, coming up on 2 years in September.
yeah.
So I know with my older Phantom 4 Pro, never had a signal problem. But this Phantom 4
Correct.
Advance was kept me getting
Hey,
disconnections.
what's
I'm
going
like,
on, Thomas
okay,
O'Sullivan? How you doing, brother Marcelo? Aces FPV. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that
yeah,
you,
Marcel,
yes, sir. Make sure you go ahead and smash that thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate that.
yeah, and Thomas, welcome Thomas, my Scottish brother over there. So like I say, these are the things I can tell folks. I'm continuing to learn and go for it. And unlimited vertical, like you're right. I'm thinking the same thing. 2.4 should theoretically allow a longer distance, but the 5.8 uh, has a more of a direction. And like I said, today, I guess I had both drones out today, the Phantom 4 Advance, and I hooked up the Phantom 4 Pro, and it had strong 4 bars all the way. And the Advance kept clipping out down the far end. So I didn't want to risk it.
It's the Oh my God! Since you had that rest in peace moment, do you think now? Anytime you take a drone, oh, do you think about it?
Oh, what do you mean by thinking about it?
In other words, anytime you fly any of your drones now for work, do you think about shit? Yeah, I might have
Oh
another
yeah,
fly
oh
away.
yeah. Oh, it's last Sunday, the day after it happened, dude. I was like I said, I was in Rancho Cucamonga that day, and dude, I'm doing a couple of 3D modeling jobs there on a
Yeah,
building, and dude, I was like paranoid. I mean, soon as one bar was moving down, I was like, "Oh, I'm literally walking across the parking lot with my
yeah,
controller in
yeah,
hand
yeah, yeah.
because I don't want this thing to even, because sometimes when you like say some software, it doesn't go like one bar. You got 5 bars, it goes to 4 bars, 3 bars. Sometimes, man, it'll go like 3 bars, and then poof,
Yeah,
everything's gone at one time. So I didn't want that to be that'd be the issue. So yeah, I was extra paranoid. Today I was a little more relaxed today, but last Sunday I was on edge, dude. I was on edge big time, worried about like gonna have another flyaway and go from there. But like I said, just it's about have a little more. I say paying a little more attention. Like I said,
yeah,
you can get comfortable, and that's probably what happened to me when it happened. I got a little too comfortable and I let something distract me for a second. I didn't think it was going to be important right
yeah,
at takeoff. Because like I said, usually my drones are out doing the mission. I'm paying attention for those kind of issues. But I'm thinking, hey, it's just now taking off. I can hear it, ascending up to the elevation point.
yeah,
So I'm like, should have a problem, you
yeah.
know.
How
So
you doing, brother Mika Steve? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate that. Um, when it comes to what Chris Hub said, that is a fact, isn't it? 5.8 gigahertz does not really like Wi-Fi interference.
yeah, and like I say, with the Phantom 4 Pro, like I said, you get 2 channels for it to operate on. It bounces back and forth
Correct.
continuously. So that's why you get a better signal overall because it's using both the 2.4 and the 5.8 to make a combined stronger signal. The Phantom 4 Advance only has the 2.4 itself. And just like Unlimited, I said earlier, like I said, I got the older Phantom 3 Pro. Dude, like I said, when I first started, I was like a lot of folks. I was trying to see how far these things fly, and the farthest flight I've ever gotten is with a Phantom 3 Pro.
Thank you
On
for
that,
popping in my Props Media. I really appreciate your support. Thank
yeah,
you, sir.
using that old Wi-Fi. I forgot what we used to call it back then. Whatever Wi-Fi signal they used to have on Phantom 3 Pros. I have gotten more distance on one of those drones than I've gotten out of any of my Mavics. Even if it flies further than this Matrice M30T or anything else I've had, that Phantom 3 Pro will keep a stronger signal downrange than any of these other drones I've bought since.
Yep. Hey, my Props Media. I just went ahead and gave you that blue range. Now you're a moderator, buddy. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate that. So now you like what Bob Cage is saying. Now you are pilot on edge.
Oh yeah, I was last Sunday, dude. I was on edge, man. It was like I said, it was pucker factor because I did not want to repeat. So that was definitely the word of the day last Sunday was no flyaways and
Dre, I
stuff.
remember when I first got my first drone, that would have been a DJI Mavic Air, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first day that I took it on a flight, because I didn't have the little thing, that you prop in for the for what you call it, for you to put your iPad, whatever it is, or tablet. But I
Mm-hmm.
have I have my phone, stuck in there. You close it, you get a
Right,
little cheap, cable. You know what I
right.
mean? I
Mm-hmm.
plug that in, turn it on, started to hover. Then I noticed that on my phone it says lost connection. So I never went through the settings. I never set nothing, no RTH, no nothing. Next thing you know, I slid the thing, for takeoff. Then it started hovering. The next thing you know, I have the remote in my hand, just admiring it. Then it just started going up. So now that I understand a little bit more about it, it was
Mhm.
going up because it was setting itself to the original
Right,
architect side
right,
to land. And I remember back in the days, Dre, I went ahead and I almost climbed on top of my house, but I was actually on top of my balcony and I jumped really hard to just grab it because I didn't know what was going on.
right,
I
right,
knew I grabbed that thing, and all I felt was that the blade just smacking me in my fingers. I didn't care about none of that. I just didn't want to lose it.
right,
But again, the more I learn about it, now I know
right.
what it is. But before I just said, "Oh shit, I'm about to lose it."
Yeah,
No, I'm not about to lose
yeah,
that $500 drone. It ain't going nowhere.
yeah. I was gonna say
I brought it
Johnny
down.
Drone Flyer. If that drone made to your house, you can keep the drone. Just send me the SD card so I can get the footage. Because that'd be some hell of a footage to fly from California to Louisiana.
Now I wonder if somebody did went ahead and found it and would probably bring. That would be nice if they bring it back to you.
Yeah, it would be nice. Like I said, that was my workhorse drone, dude. That was my workhorse. And I
And
say
do you happen to have your info on it, like phone number, your name, or anything like
I
that?
didn't. No, I don't have that on it anywhere. Like I said, it has the FAA tag on it and the
Okay.
name of the drone itself, and that's it. So like I said, if it gets returned, it does. And like I say, all week I've been on eBay all week, man, just looking at another Obsidian for sale. And I'm like, should I get one? It's just a fact of replacing it. I tell
Yeah.
myself, no, you don't need it. You have other drones. And I told myself I have a goal by the end of the year that I want to buy a full RTK system, base station and
Okay.
all. So I don't say, why are you going to spend, a couple $100, $1,000 buying a drone that you technically don't really need if you're going to spend close to 10 grand on a whole
Correct.
other system that doing the same job.
Correct.
So
Now,
I
when it
say,
comes to that drone, that black P4P, does it have a specific name? I just call it obsidian. What does that mean?
obsidian just means black.
Okay.
The
Okay.
word obsidian means black and
Okay.
stuff. So that was the deal with that. So let's move on to something else. I was able to attend a drone expo this Friday at Fullerton
Oh,
Junior
nice. Did you have
College.
any footage or anything of it?
Yeah, I had did a whole thing up there. I'm glad you follow my channel, Adrian.
Hey, I do.
I do. I did a whole video, and I encourage everyone to go watch that video. The title of the video is the FAA really hurting the hobby, or is it U.S. manufacturers? And the reason why I titled that, and for you guys to go watch the video, when I interview, I went outside because what happened yesterday was a public safety day. So
Yeah.
most of the presenters that were doing the classes, everything, they're all law enforcement officers. So I didn't want to videotape them for obvious reasons. I don't want to, endanger them in any future endeavors or anything like that. But I would say, out of the 9 or 10 vendors, I talked to at least more than half of them there. And I asked them specific questions about uh, consumer drones. And some kind of danced around it a little bit. Some didn't have nothing to do with manufacturing. A couple of folks who were actual manufacturers. There's a guy there from Skydio, and he pretty much said that Skydio is where they're at now. They are focused on enterprise drones, and he said he couldn't say for sure if they will ever return to consumer level drones again. He said
Okay.
they may, but he said that's not a guarantee because they're focused on the enterprise level. And he gave me a demonstration of the Skydio X2 while I was there. That's in the video, and he showed me how that operates and showed me the controller and all that kind of good stuff. I talked to another guy who makes, I guess you call heavy lift drones. He said a point blank. He said U.S. manufacturers cannot compete with Chinese manufacturers as far as making consumer level drones. He said we can't recover the money and research, development, or anything else. They said we just simply can't get a return on the money. So enterprise drones is where most of the U.S. manufacturers are going to be at, and that's the problem we're going to have. Is that if we don't have a U.S. alternative, we're going to be stuck. You know,
So
though.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm just saying, you know, for even though I'm part 107, I know a lot of folks in here and other folks out there pretty much are hobbyists. Okay. Everybody doesn't want to always have to buy a sub 250-gram drone and everything. And like I asked, and like I told these guys in the video, I said there's legislation, be it rumored from local all the way up to federal, about trying to restrict drone usage, mainly in the hobbyist area, outright bans. Different cities are doing the same thing. So where does it leave the FPV flyers? Where does it leave the hobbyists overall? If U.S. manufacturers are not willing to produce drones that we can buy here in the
Yeah.
U.S.,
Yeah.
and then you get all these other rules that may limit you or keep you from buying something made somewhere else. So, like I said in the video, I said, is the FAA really the ones that are hurting the hobby, or are they just following suit of the U.S. manufacturers? Because the FAA is going to make rules for who's producing what. You know, if all the U.S. manufacturers are only producing enterprise level drones, the FAA is going to make regulations to work with enterprise drones. So that's what I got from the people I talked to yesterday. Doesn't mean it's the gospel from the entire industry, but I got that from about 3 different manufacturers that were there, and he said that's just the way they view it. There is no market for U.S. manufacturers in the consumer level. You know, the guy from Skydio pretty much said, he said, Skydio, we only got a couple hundred employees. You know, DJI's got over 1,000 of employees. So, you know, he said we can't compete. He said we really can't compete. Mr. Chris Hope, how you doing, sir?
What's up, Dre? Adrian? Hello.
What's going on, brother Chris? Hey, brother JSK Enterprise. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. You're a little dark out there. You didn't pay your light bill, brother Chris?
No, I didn't.
Man, you ain't got no batteries?
Here it is right here.
So that's why I encourage everyone, you get a chance, go look at that video. It's a long video. It's like 23 minutes long. And that's because I let all of these vendors and representatives give their spiel. So, and you'll hear me ask some questions and stuff.
Do we need to go ahead and share the video and then we could just talk about it a little bit?
No, like I said, it's a long video and stuff.
Okay.
It'll take us beyond our time limit here. Everyone, like I say, everyone just go in and watch that video. And like I said, another interesting part of the video is I talked to a lady who was a representative for the college there, and she's talking about how the college there, Fullerton, which is, like she said, the only college in California, Southern California, that has a full drone program to help you get your Part 107. They even train you to get internships with the electric company or other businesses that need drone pilots and stuff. So anybody who's looking to get into commercial work, you might want to check into your local junior college and see what kind of program they got. And like I told her, I said, for me, I already got my Part 107, but she said, oh, there's more to it. And the drones they had an M300 sitting there, a Skydio X2, a Mavic Enterprise Advanced. I said, these are the drones the college uses to train you with. You know, so where else you gonna go to get hands-on training with drones at that level? You know, so that's I thought that was pretty neat.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's going on, Mr. Hope?
No, not much, Dre. Just enjoying the day. Got out and took care of the farm this morning, mowed it, and weed eated it. Hadn't done that in about 3 or 4 weeks since July the 3rd last time I mowed it. So I got to.
You spend the whole day out there, Chris?
I got started at 8 and I walked in the house at 10 after 12.
Okay.
And today wasn't too hot today. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask Johnny and Chad if he got any rain today because it was clouding up east of here, and he's about 6-7 hours east of me, so I didn't know if it made it that far or not.
Yeah, I was talking to my aunt that in San Antonio. She was is more muggy than it is anything else.
Yeah, it's been like it. Today's first day hadn't been 100 in probably a week.
Yeah.
So We'll take it, man. It's supposed to be 73 in the morning. I'm looking forward to it over at the lake in the morning.
Oh yeah. I was telling you guys when I first came on. I said, if you want to do some flying, get up at the crack of dawn,
Yeah.
where the air itself is cool. Because Chris, you get up and do these sunrise every week, and I tell folks it's the ambient temperature that's more important than the actual heat and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can have the sun come up, if you got cool, crisp air, you're good to go. But if you got that muggy air, and even if it's a cloudy day, your drone can still overheat. Batteries, you have
That
problems and
battery's.
everything else.
I was telling somebody the other day. I've already. I think I asked you on a side note the other day, Dre, about these aftermarket batteries.
Right. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I've got a couple that's already kind of puffed up on me. And well, the other morning after flying at the lake, I couldn't get the battery out.
Yeah.
It was all I could do to get it
Right.
out. So
Yeah.
it's 2 weeks later and it's still puffed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's done. I won't put it back in my bird no more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I say, and like I tell folks, it's not always about the sun heat; it's the ambient temperature heat. Because the drone can't cool itself with warm air. It's not
100
cooling
degrees,
itself.
100 degrees air is 100-degree air. It's
Right.
Yeah. I can't do it. I'd say you can't do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do it.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, props. That's a good way to do it. Like I say, I don't do actual residential individual homes. I do basically communities. I do mapping and everything. But like I say, get your foot in the door with a couple of agents enough that it keep you busy. I always tell folks you can get anywhere from 6 to 10 agents. That'll keep you busy almost every day of the month.
Hey, brother Cam, brother Pracer here. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man, I do like the shirt too.
Oh, Ken's got shirts?
Yeah, he actually, the one I went ahead and sent me this one a little while ago. I think I've had it now for, over 2 years now, maybe? Maybe longer.
Okay. Oh, it's been a while.
What's going on, brother Michael Jones on RC? How you doing, buddy?
Let me tell you about Adrian, Ken. He likes free stuff. Trust me.
Well, he might. I think we all like the free stuff, but I don't think nobody beats Matt.
Batteries, coloring books, cowboy hats, man, just whatever he can get, he'll take.
And the fire whoopee cushion. Don't forget that.
I don't know nothing about no whoopee. I got you the whoopee cushion. You got a little 1-year-old now. So what's up with that?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. There's 4 packs, George. I'm gonna fly my FPV bird tomorrow since it's so not so hot.
Okay.
Good. It's been a while since you did a little video when it comes to your FPV, ain't it?
Yeah, I haven't. I've been flying, but I don't. Man, I fly here at the farm, and I got all this room, but it's the same stuff. So I don't post it. Just every once in a while, something's a little bit different. People get tired of that, looking at the same shit. I like to jump it up, change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, Thomas O'Sullivan, I got the blue ones, not no pink ones.
Hey, Michael. Hey, I want to say, Tom's listening. Tom, I apologize. I got a little rough last week, and that was in a bad way, and I probably shouldn't have got on a live stream, but just accept my apology for last Saturday evening driving down the highway. I was screaming because I was trying to overcome the road noise, and if I come across as an asshole, well, I was there for a minute. So I apologize to you, buddy.
Yeah. Man, props. I don't have the DJI mics. I use the Rode mics. I have the original Rode mics. I have the wireless Go 2s. And like I say, all depends what you. I would suggest getting I'm trying to think. A little small camera. I got it right here in front of me. This is my favorite little recording tool. These little pocket cameras. Now DJI sells them. This is a Phoebe Palm, and the reason why I like this one so much because it has a built-in mic jack right here in the back that you can use with any type of wireless mic system, and it plugs right into the back. And so when you hit the record on this thing, it automatically records on your system. So you're good to go. Speaking of Mr. Freeloader, here he is himself.
Well, look who just popped in. If it's not the god of StreamYard.
Oh, it's the god of TikTok right now. My God,
I
every
know
time
he's killing it.
Is
I
it
open
TikTok?
YouTube up,
I thought he was doing shorts now. He's on TikTok doing shorts too.
Chris Hope,
Dude.
if you actually pay attention, Chris, Andre, everybody in the chat, Matt do not fly anymore. He just come up with his retarded ass fucking shorts, and that's all he does now. Shorts. He's the king of shorts.
I never knew until
Don't
I
start
started
no
copying.
shit. Don't start no shit, please.
Until I started copying your format from your.
Now, the only thing got me, man, I watched a couple of your shorts the other day.
Appreciate it, Michaels.
The unfolding of the Mini 3 Pro or whatever it was.
Just the Mini, mate. Mini
Oh,
2
this
was.
is the Mini 2. The unfolding of the Mini 2.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a takeoff or something. No, he just unfolds it and then the clip repeats itself. I'm like,
Yep.
what the hell? Like,
That only got
that?
5,000 views, mate.
I'm saying unfolding. That was it. I'm like, talk about a short unboxing.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God. I've got one where I was just putting the Mavic 3 together. That's got nearly 18,000 views, and it's still going.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
it's funny.
crazy.
It's funny how the shorts will do that, and
Yeah.
it's the simplest things.
Yeah.
It is. And all this time I put into my last video of going out there and flying my Mavic 3 and getting all that footage down the Gold Coast, 300 views over a period of a month.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny. Now, the only thing I notice about shorts is that you'll get it, and all of a sudden it just hits a wall,
That's it.
Yep.
and it just cuts right off. And I'm like,
Yep.
There's no more of this. It's
yeah, you think it would,
go like this,
go,
go like that.
it just goes boom, and it just drops just like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's just weird.
Adrian's goes like this, just drops straight away. There's no up.
And hold on, because I'm actually waiting for the thing to repeat. Hold on 1 second, Joe. I'm gonna show you. What are you talking about? Hold on. I think it's
right.
the one. Wait a minute. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Where
Use
is
the
it?
computer.
Are you trying to share something?
Right here. Is this the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
No, that's the setup where I do actually fly it. Right.
No, okay. There's another one where he just unfolds the legs and then it repeats itself. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the heck?
It's if you look at the one, Adrian, that says the best way to unfold a Mavic Mini or a Mini 2 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not far from there.
Yeah. This one's pretty close because I like the way
That one?
you blended the takeoff and landing almost in one motion.
Yeah.
And for a minute, I thought, did he just run this in reverse?
Are you talking about this one, Matt?
Yeah, that one there, mate.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? Oh man!
I revamped this one.
I said, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
there you go. Hey, Jody.
But I can't believe you actually put that one back up there, dude. I have to give you tip of the cap to be brave enough to put that back up there.
It did a lot better the second time.
I was going to say how many views you get on that one? About 20 million.
Oh, there was heaps on that one, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was like,
how you doing, Jody? Jordan Shots, thank you for popping in, brother Andrew. Thank you for being here, but I really appreciate that.
The shorts are so stupid. They're so simple. They get so many views to where your videos don't, and it goes towards your channel.
Hey, Chris Hope, I gotta agree with you. The thing is that sometimes we put so much emphasis in making a great video, and you barely get any views. But you pop in any stupid short, and they just go sky high. Views,
hey Jody,
just like that.
A 20-second short. I was cooking ribeyes on my grill, and I'm looking at the cows out in the pasture. Then I pan down to the ribeyes, and I put thank you. 1,100 views. Crazy.
I guess it was a symbolism, huh?
Man,
the cows and the grill.
Thank you, Andrew.
But I put one on there here all back, maybe late spring. The bull had mounted an old cow up here and was breeding her, and I took a short and I posted it. and I put making ribeyes. And YouTube took it down.
Oh man, making
you're
ribeyes.
kidding.
YouTube took it off.
Oh man, making ribeyes.
Flagged as inappropriate. Of all the stuff.
Yeah, I get the joke. That's hilarious, dude. That is hilarious.
Now, Chris Hope, I've seen worse videos than those, like literally showing female body parts, and it's still there, but they will take out your video, even though it had nothing to do with sex.
It upset Peter. Yeah, I've got a screen down there, Adrian, if you want to just show it. This is an experiment that we sort of talked about a month ago about what a channel could do. And that's in 28 days. I've got nearly 50,000 views. I've got 118 subscribers out of it and nearly 500 watch hours. Unbelievable.
You know what, Matt?
What, mate?
I've been a YouTube member since 2013. I just finally got 50,000 views.
50,000?
Yeah. 10 years later.
What have I got? What have I got all together now? Let's have a look. 179,000. 18,000. Yeah, 179,000.
And the thing is, Matt, I bet all those views are from shorts.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The majority is now, because it looks at the percentages.
It does.
From normal. Now I'm looking at around about between 200 and 300 for every video, right? So if my shorts goes to 4,000, there's what do I get? 1,030% rise in views.
Right.
Adrian, if you take that one video that you really took time to make and make a short out of it, the one where you hadn't run your RC in 2 years and it ran till it ran out of gas. It's a short.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. I made it into a short on that video I made about you. Remember, Adrian? That's a short video right there, man. Funny as all shit. Yeah. Well,
you're not at 107 pilots. You can't fly that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Matt, thank you for Matt, I heard you hurt your back, dude.
Yeah.
They're talking about on I guess Paul's channel. So you hurt your back putting your socks on and you farted or something.
Hey, wait, Dre. That was a good one, Dre.
Well, they said he couldn't do his live stream yesterday because I was supposed to go on Matt's live stream. They said Justin had to do it because Matt hurt his back putting on his socks.
I did.
I thought they were gonna say Matt hurt his back because he fell off a scooter, which I still would have thought that was funny.
That's what I thought.
Or maybe he did something, with the truck or whatever. But he said he was putting on his socks. I'm like, you can't be joking me.
No, putting on my socks, mate, and I got up and went, oh. That was the end. That was the end of it, man. And that was Tuesday, and it was fucking Sunday now, and I'm just starting to come good. I was supposed to go to work today, but there's no way in hell I'm going to do that. Andrew, okay, we're talking about that now. Yeah, it's coming on all right, mate. Last night was the first time I didn't have any pain in bed. But as soon as I got up and put pressure on my spine, but I think I'm just going to have to walk around.
Brown cow for you, buddy.
I don't do anything anyway. When that happens, they just sit there and take it. And I got.
Oh man.
Brown cheeky brown cow.
Hey, Chris Hope. I hope that YouTube do not take my stream down for the.
That all started with you getting off the back of the bike with Jim, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, just got to get some fuel. Let me get off.
Oh God.
Oh,
but you know what, Matt, I actually know a few folks that actually hurt their back and threw their back out by picking up a freaking pencil from the ground.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It like your back is that freaking simple that you could literally hurt it with it doing anything.
I sat in a chair Tuesday morning and I got up and my sciatic decided to say, hey, hang on a minute. And I went to a chiropractor Tuesday afternoon and he twisted my hips and rolled it. And it's a whole lot better, but it's still sore.
Unreal, isn't it?
Did he whisper in your ear?
What, Dre?
Did he whisper in your ear?
He only had one hand on my shoulder. So
that's what I'm saying. He,
not both hands.
Twisting your hips around and stuff like y'all doing a little dance going on there.
Well, you got to watch the warning when they say this may sting a little.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, Thomas, how are you, mate? Rocket White.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah,
Matt. Or they're adjusting your back, right? But yeah, you see hands up here, but something poking you from the back.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening. They might have had two people in the room because I didn't see the other one.
He got him some of that 2-ball root tonic, Adrian.
See, now you're about to get my stream taken down, Chris.
I ain't said nothing bad.
Oh man.
Neither was your video, but YouTube took it down.
You read into it wrong, but that was the actual act.
Oh man.
It's Mother Nature doing its thing. I guess that's part of the woke shit we got to deal with now. Oh, I'm sorry, Adrian. I'll take it back.
So yep.
Hey Matt, that's for you.
Putting on his shorts. There you
go.
Said,
putting on those Speedos can be a struggle though.
Getting them off's worse, I think. You pull them out the crack. You got to reach right round.
Crack kills.
Oh, yeah, that's
hey, funny. Adrian.
Yo.
I think SpaceX is fixing to put a bird up here in a little bit.
Say that again?
SpaceX is fixing to put a bird up in your backyard, I think. I just got to.
Yeah, supposedly, but right now right now it's storming and all this lightning. I don't think it's gonna go up.
Let's see here.
I don't think that they're gonna go ahead and do it.
Sometimes adjust you without.
We have a storm brewing around here.
Yeah.
Last time I went, I haven't been to one, but for this anyway. And he bent me back and had his knees either side of my spine, and he had my arms like this. And he goes, now, breathe out. And he bent me right back. He goes, breathe out. And I went, and he ran his knees down my back. Oh my God. All the way down. I was like, holy shit.
I've had that done to me before. And I mean, it hurts, but then the relief that you get, Chris, is freaking outstanding.
I tell you, when he rolled me over on my sides and twisted my pelvis and popped them, and then he rolled me over on his back and he puts his fist under my back and he mashes down on me in my lower back, and I ain't gonna lie, I was able to walk out of there straight up instead of humped over. Shut up, bird.
Oh, it's a bird.
Right. So Adrian, 7:00, dude. You gonna call it?
Yep. Well, Matt, I know you just popped in, buddy, but we're only gonna stay on for hours. Already been an hour now.
It's all right,
Thank you for popping in. I'm sorry that you went ahead and threw your bag, tying your shoes. Who the fuck does that? But only my little failure.
Not me, because I just put my socks on. I didn't mention shoes.
Oh, sorry, your socks.
There you go. Adrian, not listening once again. God damn.
Oh,
man. How did you do that without putting your back out? You're amazing.
Oh, man. I'll probably wake up tomorrow just get to go take a piss and throw my back out.
Hey, man, now how messed up it would be that I actually throw my back next week. I won't be able to come up because I threw my back putting on my socks.
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
Hey, Adrian, just play this before you go, mate.
Oh, shit.
Oh, here we go.
Son with a grin, it's the last you'll see of him. He's on the show, then he has to go. It's Adrian Mateo's chair.
Hey, Matt. You got to take that piece that was sitting on the floor. You got to take that piece out, dude.
No,
that won't be happening, mate.
No, that's Mother Nature. You can't. YouTube didn't even take it down, so you're good.
Not to mention, I forgot how to edit, so I can't take it out.
Oh man!
What, is he frozen up?
I don't think he may have.
Of course he is.
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Hey, Chris, appreciate you dropping in, brother. Matt,
Yes, sir.
always
Good to
a
see you.
pleasure, partner, coming in. You guys take care of yourself this week. Matt, you're already on a head start on a Sunday, and we'll catch up on you. Hopefully, you'll be back in the swing of things by Friday. And so,
Yeah, man. Thanks, mate.
if you guys are interested in the video I put up about all the different vendors I talked to yesterday, go into my page. I think somebody put the link in there, and go from there. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Take care,
Take
all.
care.
All right. Yeah, dude. What happened to you?
Hey, Dre, the internet went out. The stream, I'm done. The internet with the storm,
Yeah.
it kicked it off. So
Yeah.
I'm out. Go ahead and end it.
I already did.
Say, hey.
I already did close it out. We figured you froze up. I closed it out and stuff.
All right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you, sir.
All right. Take care.